What's up, my beautiful people? It's Courtney, and today I'm doing another YouTuber tested video, and today it is the highly requested Karina Garcia. Even my 10-year-old cousin requested this video. And before we get started with these DIYs, I'm having a giveaway for 3 $100 Visa gift cards running until December 31st. So all you have to do to enter is be subscribed and interact with me, and to do that, all you have to do is leave likes, shares, comments, all that good stuff. And if you would like extra entries, I'll leave the details in the description box so you can check it out there. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. For this first DIY, we're testing out this liquid glass putty, and instead of regular glue, we're using this Scotch clear glue. This is expensive. It was $6 for this little tube, and I didn't even get to use the cool applicator. I had to like cut off the top because the applicator just would have taken all day long. So this is some fancy glue here, so I did not want to mess this up, and it made some really weird noises. Then I'm taking a half a cup of warm water and a teaspoon of borax and stirring it together until the borax dissolves. This is going to help us make our putty. So I was actually really careful pouring this in because I know how sometimes the mixture could just make the glue turn super hard. She used the whole thing, but I just kind of added it in very slowly, but I did end up using the whole thing. So her measurements worked for me, and then I'm just stirring it up. And then basically once that sat in there, I started working with the putty. And this is kind of the consistency of when you make slime but add like too much detergent and it gets that like hard consistency. That's what it is. But I think mine turned out a lot like hers. It hardly has any stretch to it though. You have to be really careful when you're stretching it because it will break very easily. And to me it looks kind of more like broken glass, but I think it worked really well and looks a lot like hers. Next, we're doing this crayon Play-Doh, and to do this, all you need is about 3 crowns of whatever color you want. And yes, I say crowns. I try not to, but it's so hard. It's just like engraved in my brain. But the easiest way to peel off the wrapper is just take an X-Acto knife down the side of it, and then it just helps it peel right on off. You could also use a regular knife, just be careful. And then what I'm gonna do is break these into little pieces and put them aside. She didn't mention what heat she put the stove on, but I'm adding in a tablespoon of oil on a medium-low heat and just putting it in a pot and letting the crayons melt like so. And this is like the prettiest color ever, like I'm obsessed. So just stir it all up until they melt, and then I'm adding in a cup of water. And hers did the same reaction when she poured it in. The crayons kind of like hardened up, so they just will melt as the heat continues to stay on. So I think we're on the same track. So I'm adding in a 1.5 cup of flour, and then I'm also doing a half a cup of salt, and then 2 tablespoons of tartar, and then just mixing this all together and then pouring it in. And this is when I like turned off the heat. Again, she wasn't like super specific with the heat instructions, so I just turned it off and then I started mixing it together like so, and I ended up removing it from the heat completely. And you have to kind of stir this a lot. You may need to add a little bit more water. I added like a tiny more water into my mixture, and then I kind of plopped it on parchment paper to cool, and it looks like a little brain type of thing. This would be like fun for Halloween. But then once it's all cool, you can play with your Play-Doh. I haven't done this in so long, and I've been so used to playing with slime that I've kind of forgotten the consistency of Play-Doh. I don't know, this seemed to work and mold into things pretty well. I think mine is a little bit crumbly, but overall I'd say this worked really well, although it smells terrible. It smells like a weird mixture of crayons and tartar. Now the part I'm really nervous to do, and so basically I'm taking 100 sticks of gum and shoving them in my mouth. Alright, so these aren't even all of them. I can't pick up 100 sticks of gum, so I'm gonna unwrap them and then we're just gonna get started like shoving them. My mouth is already starting to water as I unwrap these. Kind of reminds me of warheads when your mouth just starts puckering. Maybe I should do that next. 100 warheads in my mouth. I'm down. When Andy comes home and sees 100 wrappers of bubblegum sitting here or in the garbage, he's just gonna be so confused. Okay, can I just enjoy one piece of gum for like 30 seconds before I hate gum forever? I don't know how I feel about mint mixing with this. We're about to find out. Okay, that's not bad. What's that in like green gum? I already have so much spit in my mouth and we're only 3 pieces in. My manners are going right out the window in like 2 seconds. Oh, so much sugar. No joke, guys, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight because of this. My body is so sensitive to sugar. Ooh, let's twist it. Oh, it broke. Don't throw up, don't throw up. I have goosebumps. I'm trying not to throw up. Ugh, it tastes so bad, so much saliva, I want to puke. Props to Karina, she did way more than I did. Alright guys, that's all the testing out for one day and all the sugar my brain can take. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below who you want to see me do next, or like a specific DIY, maybe like a trendy DIY you want to see me do. Just let me know, and if you missed my last videos, you can click over to the side of me and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye!